Hey guys, right here I have a 2015 Ford Ranger 2.2 XLT. And today I'm going to make a startup and full vehicle tour video of it, show you the features inside and out. So here is the key. Let's go ahead and start it up first. You do have welcome lights as you unlock the car. In Malaysia, the T6 Ranger has two different rack and pinion power steering systems. The base XL gets a hydraulic setup, while the mid-range XLT and the range-topping Wildtrak gets an electric setup. A leather-wrapped steering wheel with sport grips at the 10 and 2 o'clock positions is standard on the XLT. The 158 horsepower 2.2-litre diesel engine in the Ranger can be paired to either a 6-speed manual or this Ranger's 6-speed automatic. For the automatic, when in drive, shifting the gear lever to the right activates Sport mode and tipping the lever up or down while in this position engages the manual shifting function. Pull back to upshift and push forward to downshift. Shifting into reverse activates the standard rear parking sensors and its diagram, which appears on the infotainment display. To the right of the center console, you can find the selector knob for the 4-wheel drive controls. 3 modes can be chosen. 2 high keeps the car in 2-wheel drive, and this mode is ideal for everyday driving. 4 high on the other hand switches to 4-wheel drive and is still used during daily drives, but when some extra traction is needed, for example on slippery surfaces, all while still using the same gear ratios as 2 high. Meanwhile, 4 low uses a lower set of gear ratios than the other 2 modes to enable maximum power and traction, which is useful when driving on extreme inclines, deep mud and the like. Just ahead of the selector knob are the buttons to enable or disable both the vehicle's stability control and hill descent control functions. In terms of safety, the Ranger XLT features 2 airbags, anti-lock braking system with electronic brake force distribution and brake assist, electronic stability control, hill launch assist, hill descent control, rollover mitigation, trailer sway assist, load adaptive control, load sensing proportionate valve, an alarm system with immobilizer, and ISOFIX child seat anchor points for the rear seats. Now, let's turn on the hazards, lights, front and rear fog lights, take a look at the engine, and roll down the driver's side window. The Ranger 2.2 XLT in Malaysia comes with 16-inch 6-spoke alloy rims wrapped in Bridgestone Dweller HT 6842 255/70 R16 tires. The brakes are ventilated discs in front and rear drums. As for the suspension, the front features double wishbones, while leaf springs can be found out back. The approach angle, the departure angle, and the ramp over angle for the High Rider T6 Ranger 4-wheel drive are 29.4 degrees, 25 degrees, and 21.5 degrees respectively. When the Ranger name is mentioned to anyone who knows about cars, chances are all of them will talk about Ford's compact pickup truck that has been on sale for quite some time now. There has actually been two separate Ranger lineups, one for the North American market and developed by Ford themselves, and the other for the international market, and is essentially a rebadged Mazda B-Series truck. While the rebadge initially started as the Ford Courier in 1972, it was not until 1998 when Ford adapted the Ranger nameplate. In 2006, a successor to the 5th generation Mazda B-Series truck was launched, and this time Mazda calls it the BT50, while Ford stuck with the Ranger name. When time came to replace the 1st generation BT50 in 2010, this time round it was Ford who developed the truck, and Mazda based the 2nd generation BT50 on the Ranger, now codenamed the T6, and is classified as a mid-size rather than a compact truck. The T6 Ranger received a facelift for 2015, which consists of a new front end, a refreshed rear, a new dashboard, and various other updated bits and pieces to keep it fresh. Under the bonnet of the Ranger 2.2 XLT is Ford's Duratorq ZSD 422 engine. This engine displaces 2,198 cubic centimeters, and it features a dual overhead cams, 16 valves, turbodiesel inline-4 layout with common rail direct injection, and a variable geometry turbo. This engine produces 158 horsepower at 3200 rpm and 385 Nm of torque between 1600 and 2600 rpm. With a fuel tank measuring 80 litres, combined fuel consumption for the Ranger 2.2 XLT 4x4 automatic is around 8.1 litres per 100 kilometers. Carbon dioxide emissions is 214 grams per kilometer, and as the name suggests, this Ranger does have 4-wheel drive. The pre-facelift T6 Ranger made its Malaysian debut at the end of June 2012, while the facelift debuted in October 2015. The pre-facelift had a huge number of variants, which was reduced to just 6 for the facelift. The 6 variants are the 2.2 XL 4x4 manual, the 2.2 and the 3.2 XLT 4x4 both in either manual or automatic geysers, and the 3.2 Wildtrak 4x4 automatic. Currently, the only body style available for the facelifted T6 Ranger in Malaysia is the High Rider double cab. Exterior features of the Ranger XLT includes automatic manual leveling halogen projector headlights, automatic wipers, halogen daytime running lights, front and rear fog lights, rear parking sensors, indicators on the side mirrors, chrome door handles and side mirrors, chrome front grille, side steps, and the spare tire underneath the cargo bed. You do have a speaker down there together with a bottle holder and some storage. Right here you do have your window controls. All of the windows in this car are powered, while the driver's side is the only one that gets a fully automatic function in both directions. You also do have your window lock right here. Right next to the interior door handle on the driver's side, you do have a set of central locking buttons. You do have your mirror controls right here. This button allows you to activate the cargo lights. Right here to the right of the headlight switch, you do have the buttons to adjust the brightness of the interior at night. And if you locate the button within the middle of the headlight switch, push it out to reveal the knob that allows you to adjust the level of the headlight. Ranger floor mat for the driver's side. And you do have Ranger door sills for the front. The driver's seat in this Ranger XLT does get full manual adjustments. This lever controls your seat back. This lever controls your seat height. This bar down here controls your seat position. And this lever right here controls your lumbar support. Alright. So let's go ahead and see how she revs. The Ranger XLT does come standard with very simple air conditioning controls, with all of them located down here. To the left, you do have your fan speed. To the right, you do have your temperature control together with your maximum air conditioning. In the middle, you do have your power button, air conditioning, rear defrost, recirculation, different modes, and your front defrost. Right down here, you do have some storage together with your auxiliary and USB ports and a couple of power outlets. And just above the climate control panel, you do have your CD player. It is MP3 compatible, eject button for the CD player, and your play pause button. The Ranger XLT does come standard with an integrated head unit with various media connectivity options, a 4.2-inch color display, and 6 speakers for the sound system. I must say, for a stock sound system, the speakers in the Ranger do sound quite good. The 4.2-inch display is controlled using your set of controls located around the display itself. To the left, you do have your shortcut buttons for your CD, radio, media, phone, sound system settings, mute, clock, and menu. Now, media means if you press the button, you can go between your different media options. You do have Bluetooth audio streaming, USB, and auxiliary. To the right, you do have your Bluetooth telephone keypad. It also doubles up as your 10 customizable stations for the FM AM menus. Down below, you do have your tuning knob, and to the left, you do have your volume and power knob. In the middle, these 4 buttons right here correspond with the 4 menus located at the bottom of the display itself. So, for play pause, hit this button. For info, hit this button. And info basically brings up more information regarding the current track that is playing. Device, hit this button, and right here you can connect to your desired Bluetooth device. And for options, hit this button. If you hit options, you can bring up your different media options with your shuffle and repeat track. Down here, the up, down, left, right and OK buttons control the display itself. To go back to the main menu, hit the left arrow or the back arrow if you will. And right here you can access your radio, sync media, sync phone and menu. These 4 options right here correspond with the 4 buttons right here. Now under menu, you can set your sync settings. Under sync settings, you can turn on Bluetooth, manage your Bluetooth devices, set defaults, master reset, install sync and all that. You can also access your sync apps, audio settings. Under audio settings, you can set your speed compensated volume, sound settings. For sound, you do have your bass, mid, treble, balance and fader, occupancy mode and equalizer. You can also set your occupancy mode and equalizer right here, as well as access your news, alternative frequency and regional mode settings. You can also set your clock as well as the date right here. Display settings with your language and temperature unit. And that's about it for this menu. Under phone, you can dial a number, redial, look at your phone book, look at your call history, speed dial, read your text message and all that. And under radio, you can obviously access your FM AM menus, look at your list of available radio stations in the area, perform a manual tuning search and all that. And right here, you do have your seat track buttons. It also doubles up as your on hook off hook buttons for the Bluetooth telephone system. You do have a bit of storage right there. Electronic central locking. This car does have power folding side mirrors. On the steering wheel, the left spoke, this up, down, left, right and OK buttons actually perform the same function as these 4 buttons right here, which is to control the display right above. Also on the left spoke, you do have your audio controls with your volume, your seat track buttons. The seat track buttons on the steering wheel also doubles up as your on hook off hook buttons for the Bluetooth telephone system, like the controls right there. You also do have your mute button as well as your voice control button.
Please say a command.
Help!
Main menu. Say a device name like phone or USB. To get help with a specific device, say the device name and help, like phone help. You can interrupt me at any time by pushing the voice button.
Cancel!
Canceling.
Now if you activated the voice control system and you did not know what to say, just ask for help and the system will walk you through the list of available commands. On the right spoke, right down here, you do have your cruise control and speed limiter controls, and right above the up, down, left, right and OK buttons control the multi-information display located within the instrument cluster. Right now you do have your range. Use the up and down arrows to go through the different sub-menus and use the left and right arrows to go through the different main menus. Apart from the range, you also do have your instant fuel consumption, average fuel consumption, average speed, and back to your range. Hit the left arrow to go back to the main menu, and right here you can bring up your fuel economy, driver assist settings, vehicle settings with your alarm, chimes, lights, locks, wipers, display settings with your units, temperature, language, trip 1, trip 2, and back to your fuel economy. Under the 2 trip meters, you do have your digital speedometer, range, trip meter, elapsed time, your average fuel consumption, and back to your digital speedometer. Trip 2 basically carries the same data as trip 1, just depending on when you last reset it. Within that display right above, you do have your compass. On the top right, you do have your outside temperature, and at the bottom, you do have your mileage. On the right stall, you do have your indicator controls, and on the left stall, you do have your wiper controls. The steering wheel in this car is tilt only. You adjust it using this lever right here. You do have a couple of cup holders right here, center armrest with 2-tier storage, a smaller storage area, and a bigger storage area down below. Auto dimming, rear view mirror, interior lights right above, sunglass holder, and the sun visor for the driver's side does get a vanity mirror and a couple of lights. The driver does get 2 grip handles, one right up here and one on the A pillar. All right. So I guess that's it for the startup. We can turn it off right now. And continue with the rest of the tour. You do have your speaker down there together with some storage and a bottle holder, and your window control right here. Ranger door sills for the back as well. Now, the rear seats in the Ranger, you can fold it 2 ways. You can fold the seat base up and have a taller load area right here, or you can flip the seat back down to reveal a bit of storage. Now, to flip the seat base up, locate this strap, pull it, and then flip the seat base up. To lock it in place, reach for a hook that is located inside the storage pocket, then hook it onto the latch right here. Now, once you have the seat bases up, you do have a couple of storage areas right here, or like I said earlier on, you can have a taller load area depending on what you want. Now, to fold the seat back down, locate this strap right here, pull it, and then flip the seat back down. Once you flip the seat back down, like I said, you do have a bit of storage, but right here you also do have the vehicle's jack and the vehicle's toolkit. As simple as that. I did set the driver's seat to a position that I would feel comfortable in. I'm about 5'7", which is about 1.7 meters tall. There is a bit of room to stretch out my feet underneath the driver's seat. As for legroom, I get about this much. And I do get about this much headroom. It is actually quite nice and spacious back here. The seats are also nice and comfortable. You do get storage pockets on the front seat backs. A power outlet right down here. You also do get a rear center armrest with cup holders, storage pocket right here, and you do get grip handles on the ceiling for both sides at the back. You also do have your rear interior lights right there. To open the tailgate, go towards the tailgate itself. Locate this lever, pull it, and lower the tailgate. The cargo bed for the Ranger double cab measures 1,549mm, 1,560mm, and 511mm in length, width, and height respectively, with the actual capacity measuring at 1.18 cubic meters. The maximum payload is up to 1,000 kilograms, while the towing capacity is up to 3,500 kilograms. The cargo bed does have a sport bar and a bed liner as well. You do have adjustable headrests front and rear. You do have your window control right there, with some storage and a bottle holder down below, together with a speaker. Ranger floor mat for this side as well. And the front passenger seat in this Ranger does get full manual adjustments. It just loses out on the height adjustment and lumbar support as found on the driver's side. lockable glove box. It is of a nice size. As on the driver's side, grip handle on the A-pillar. And another one right up here. And the passenger's side sun visor does get a vanity mirror and a couple of lights as well. Also on the front passenger door is your central locking buttons. Alright, so let's start it up with the door closed. Alright, so that's it for the startup and full vehicle tour video of this 2015 Ford Ranger 2.2 XLT. Thanks for watching and goodbye.